Cabinet Pro has two versions of its panel optimizer available, the standard version and the premium version. Both versions are incredible tools for maximizing efficiency and minimizing waste, but the premium optimizer has features that take manufacturing to a whole new level that we will discuss shortly. But first, let's point out the capabilities that both versions offer. If you have a CNC version of Cabinet Pro, then optimization will generally ignore ripping or cross-cutting lines and simply be maximized to place parts wherever they can best fit on a panel. However, for those using a panel saw, the optimizer may be set up to rip first and then cross-cut, or to cross-cut first. In any case, optimized parts will be automatically rotated on non-grain material if rotation will result in a better yield. Parts may also be manually moved and rotated after optimization, although this is usually not necessary. If it is required to change the dimensions of a part, this too can be done while viewing the optimized parts. The origin of the optimized sheet may be set to any of the four corners representing the actual origin of your router bed or panel saw. Labels may be defined to include such pieces of information as the part's name, dimensions, cabinet number, cabinet name, room number, room name, and edge banding. As is shown here in red, both the standard and premium versions of the panel optimizer can color the sides that are being edge banded and display the name of the edge banding per side. Thus far, we have been discussing the features that the standard and premium optimizers have in common. The remainder of this video will point out the additional features found in the premium optimizer that take efficiency to a new level, making wasted material a thing of the past. We have left the optimizer for a moment to view a screen within the Cutlass Report Editor that is used to define a report we have titled Case Parts for the Panel Saw. With the Premium Optimizer, we can set some of our Cutlass reports, like this one, to optimize for a panel saw to process parts such as shelves, toe kicks, and stretchers, or whatever parts we select. When we run the report, the Premium Optimizer will detect optimization for a panel saw and automatically apply the previously defined thickness of your saw blade, or kerf, to be assigned to the spacing between parts. Other reports, such as the one that I named Case Parts for the CNC, may process parts to be machined and can be optimized for a CNC router. When we run this report, the Premium Optimizer will detect optimization for a CNC router and apply the diameter of the tool used for the profile cut to be automatically assigned to the spacing between parts. The Premium Optimizer allows us to define each part as not only having vertical or horizontal grain, but also to be grain independent so that parts that are unseen, such as stretchers or toe kick supports, may be automatically rotated on grain material if rotation will result in a better yield. There will be times when a part has been damaged after it has been optimized and machined. That part will need to be redone and remade. With the Premium Optimizer, this operation takes about 60 seconds because not only is the machining code for entire sheets of nested parts created by Cabinet Pro, but the code for each individual part of every cabinet is also made. These single part files are stored under the job folder that stores the files for the nested sheets and is named Single Parts. Simply look up the cabinet number or cabinet name that needs a part and load this file onto your router for machining. For example, if the left unfinished end for cabinet number 4 of job 104 needs to be remade, simply load this file onto your router to be remade and replace that part. The Premium Optimizer also gives several options for optimization so that if you want to select another method of optimization, you may select that method and then re-optimize in literally seconds. The Premium Optimizer allows the removal of parts directly from the optimized screen and then re-optimizes the job automatically without that part. If you want to check the exact locations of machining on a particular part, the Premium Optimizer allows that as well. Let's look at the machining for a left unfinished end of our job here. Not only will you be able to view all of your machining operations per part, but you will also know the exact locations of each hole, each dado, etc. by simply clicking on that machining operation. The Premium Optimizer allows us to define the minimum width and length of what would normally be wasted scrap, shown here in blue, so that we can use that material in a future job. Leftover remnants that meet those width and length restrictions will be cut out as salvaged rectangles and automatically saved to our inventory. Once saved, those leftover remnants will now be considered a viable part to be cut out, saved to inventory, and labeled as a remnant, or as whatever name you assign this pseudo part. And of course, we can change, add, or remove those leftover remnants in inventory anytime we wish. For any given job, we have a number of options of how Cabinet Pro processes remnants. For this video, I will tell Cabinet Pro to use remnants first, followed by full sheets. The final result is impressive, as Cabinet Pro optimized parts on the remnants first, followed by the full sheets. The bottom line is that our job has been completed with efficient use of time and minimal waste, using what was once considered scrap, all of which translates into higher profits, and with virtually no extra effort on the part of the cabinet maker or the shop personnel.